I want to tell you about 3 times I almost didn't make it. Not to shock you, not for sympathy, but because I think some of you are in a season right now that feels unsurvivable. And I want you to see me sitting here, steady, sober, and grateful. And know that unsurvivable seasons end. They end. It was May of 2018. My son Aaron had just finished 10th grade. We made a pact that summer, the 2 of us, to hike at least 4 days a week, get strong together. It was one of those simple plans that feels like a fresh start. A week earlier, I had done a 5K called Race to the Shrine through the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo Road. I had to stop 5 times just to catch my breath. My girlfriend Diana was with me, and we both thought it was strange, but I just told myself it was nothing and kept going. On our 3rd hike of the summer, Aaron looked at me and said, "We need to turn around." My son, 16 years old, saw what I hadn't been able to see, and he may have saved my life that day. Urgent care moved fast. Blood work, chest x-ray. Before I could say 3 words, a doctor walked in and told me I was going to the hospital by ambulance. 5 pulmonary emboli, 5 blood clots in my lungs, 5 days on heparin in the hospital. Doctors had promised me I'd be hiking again in 4 to 5 weeks, but something wasn't right. Every walk brought a crushing headache. My lungs were not recovering the way that they should have. After years of testing, doctors determined that my clots had not dissolved on their own. I needed lung surgery in San Diego. In 2020, I had 4 lung surgeries, 2 trips, June and September, to get my life back. 1 year after the blood clots, I was back in the hospital, this time with septic shock. Septic shock is when an infection spreads to your bloodstream and your organs begin to shut down. It is as serious as it sounds, and doctors told me later how close it was for me. 2 near-death experiences in 2 years, and I was still sober. I want you to hear that. I didn't drink. I didn't use. I had worked too hard and come too far to let my body's battles become an excuse to lose the war I'd already won inside. And then, about a month later, I was in a rollover vehicle accident. A young person ran a stop sign, distracted, texting, and hit us. Our massive truck rolled multiple times. Aaron was with me. He was 17 years old at the time. The truck was totaled. We were not. Miraculously, neither one of us were seriously injured. 3 times in 2 years, pulmonary emboli, septic shock, and a rollover car accident with my son in the car. 3 times I could have left this world. Now here's what I need you to understand. All of this happened while I was already in recovery. I had already done the hardest work of my life, getting sober, facing my childhood trauma, healing my marriage, showing up for my kids. I had already climbed the mountain. And then life said, "Let's see how strong you really are." I used to think if I just got sober, if I just healed, everything would get easier. And in many ways, it did. But hard things still happened. My body still got sick. Accidents still happened. The world didn't stop being difficult because I had done the work. The difference was that this time, I had something solid underneath me. My sobriety, my family, my healing, and none of it, not one single thing, could knock that foundation loose. I should not be here. By every measure, there are multiple moments where my story could have ended, but I am here, and so are you. Whatever you are carrying right now, whatever season you are in that feels like too much, I want you to borrow my hope until you find your own, because the other side of unsurvivable exists. I am living proof. A question this week to sit with: what has kept you here, even on the hardest days? Write it down, say it out loud, let yourself feel grateful for it. I'll see you next week, and I'm so glad you're here.